At Kentville Toyota, we carry some of the best trucks on the market. And today, we're going to take a look at them. And don't forget, if you're in the market for any new or used car, to click our link down below at the top of the description for our special YouTube-only incentive.
Hi, I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota, and today we're going to do something a little different with our video. Instead of me talking about the features of a truck and the features of a new Toyota, I'm going to try and sell you this 2024 Platinum demo. So let's do a walk around. So this was actually one of our managers' demonstrator. So he was the only driver. He's been on a couple of test drives with consumers, but generally these are managers' vehicles. They get in, they insure them, they drive them, we put a set number of kilometers on them, and then we sell them, and you, the consumer, take the benefit of that. This particular truck's got about 18,000 kilometers on it, and we have taken a grand total of $10,000 off. Hi everybody, it's Randy from Kentville Toyota. I just want to let you know that if you're in the market for a used vehicle, please look us up at Kentville Toyota and mention the YouTube videos, and we'll have a special incentive for you. Thanks for your business. With a lot of the domestics, when you see $10,000 off a truck, it's rebates, it's this, it's that, it's from the manufacturer. Well, this is a Toyota dealership. We get rebates on nothing, but the price is the price until we negotiate, and we've already done the negotiating for you. So this particular truck, we've taken 10 grand off of. It has about 18,000 kilometers on it. In the Platinum trim, you get a beautiful grille, big chrome grille, Tundra in the front. This particular vehicle's got some minor wear and tear because it is a used vehicle. Our manager did drive it for approximately 8 months. And in the process of doing that, he also made contact with the wonderful piece of wildlife and hit a deer, or the deer hit him. Depending on the insurance company, we didn't hit the deer hit him. So again, with this 2024 Platinum, running boards included, this vehicle has both heated and ventilated driver seats, heated rear seats, so full leather interior, JBL upgraded audio system, so 12 speaker system, 20-inch wheels. Just overall, this is one of our top tier trucks as far as features goes. If you're interested, come on and have a look, take it for a test drive, see what we can do. We are interested in just about any trade, preferably a Toyota, but we'll take anything. We'd love to get you out of your GM, your Honda, whatever is available. Today, we're going to have a look at the 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Let's have a look. So on the front side of this 2025 Tacoma TRD Sport, you see some obvious signs. The interesting thing between this, the SR5, and this being the TRD Sport, the immediate thing you see is the hood scoop. Just a little offset on the front of the vehicle to make it a little more interesting, make it look a little more aggressive. Also here on the front side, you get a matte black plastic grille inserted into the color match painted exterior. You get the forward-facing camera, and you also get lots of sensors in the front for frontal collision avoidance as well as for parking sensors. This particular unit, base truck, comes with an LED headlight, but the TRD Sport also comes with an LED fog light you see here set way down in the lower bumper. As we go down the side of this truck, we notice that this is actually this was a new color for 2024. It carries through into 2025. It's called Underground. Really nice, rich, deep gray. This particular trim gets a color matched wheel arch that goes along with the body color. TRD Sport comes with an 18-inch alloy wheel and tire package. This one actually comes with a Michelin, really great quality tire, and the TRD wheel centers, nice offset, the red against the black and the gray is a nice visual. Come down the side of the vehicle, you get your turn indicator on the exterior of the mirror, as well as your blind spot monitoring is also in that mirror. Interesting observation on this truck, there is a camera here. That is part of the blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert system. It just gives the vehicle more data to digest as you're on the road with lots of things going on around you. So come back down the side of the vehicle. The TRD Sport does come with the color matched door handle as opposed to the black on the SR5. You do get a nice blackout badge. This customer in particular has requested the TRD Sport running board as an aftermarket accessory. Nice accessory put on, visually grounds the truck, brings your eye down. So as we come back down the driver's side of the vehicle, again, 18-inch wheel, color matched wheel arch here, TRD Sport badging on the side, and a nice color matched rear bumper on this vehicle. Rear backup sensors, obviously in the rear bumper, comes back around. It is color matched, which is a nice configuration on this trim level. Bumpers all inset with the tow feature built in. There's your hitch. Receiver comes in the trucks in the rear behind the seats. So this one, all color matched. A lot of clientele are really liking putting in the blackout badging or the insert badging on these. A nice accessory to add. This customer hasn't done that yet, but hopefully will in the future because it really does offset it. And you get a really high quality camera here. So when you're backing up to hook up your trailer or just in a parking lot, you get a great big screen in the cab of the truck with a great camera. It gives you a great visual indication of where you are in space and time, and you can get back up to your trailer without, hopefully without touching it and damaging your new truck. So let's go on to the inside of the vehicle and have a look. Hi everybody, it's Randy from Kentville Toyota. I just want to let you know that if you're in the market for a used vehicle, please look us up at Kentville Toyota and mention the YouTube videos and we'll have a special incentive for you. Thanks for your business. So here we are coming in from the driver's side of this TRD Sport Tacoma. Some interesting visual cues above the SR5 trim. TRD bit written right in the door panel visually. Nice big pocket. There's two levels of pockets here. One with cup holder slots in it and just a general storage bin. This trim level truck does come with a 8-way power driver seat with lumbar support. This generation of truck compared to the last generation, seat quality and the seating position I find way better than the previous generation of trucks. I generally have a long torso, and the previous generation truck I had a really hard job getting comfortable in. This one fits like a glove for me and just my body type. So excellent seat, leather exterior, perforated, it would be the right word, interior insert on that just for comfort, and lots of bells and whistles here on the dash for the operator from this side. So 3 different auxiliary ports, switches already built in here if you want to add accessories, more charge points, power points throughout the truck. If you want to modify and customize your truck, there's already built-in punch outs here with switches that are already back into the fuse panel, so it makes it very user-friendly to make modifications without cutting into the wiring harness of your new Tacoma, which would be a no-no, bad for your warranty. You do have automatic headlights as a standard feature on this vehicle. You can trim with your headlights depending on your towing position. If your truck's sitting low in the back, you can change the angle of your headlights high and low just so you get A, better visibility, and B, you don't burn the eyes out of people that you're coming towards on the highway. 120 volt AC outlet in the back for 110 volt utility, I guess, for lack of a better term, if you need to use some power tools in the back of the vehicle that are not too intense in the draw. It's meant to be for small things like a cooler, you know, auxiliary lighting, audio, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna hop in the seat, see how comfortable it is, see how quickly it adjusts. I will say that running board was a nice add for getting in there. The TRD Sport comes automatically with an aluminum set of pedals, which is nice. Visually, it's quite attractive and good grip on them. They do have a rubberized pad built into the aluminum pedals themselves. Sitting here as a driver, lots of technology on this truck. The switches are very industrial. I really like the outlay of this, pretty interesting side. The knobs are large and coarse. You got good grip on them. They feel very industrial and very user-friendly. So this configuration of the truck is the non-hybrid version. It is the iForce Max 4-cylinder turbocharged engine on this vehicle. Great power on this truck. All the reviews we've had back from the current owners driving the 2024s and the few 25s we've already delivered, customers have been extremely happy with the combination of the transmission and the new engine. Lots of power, fuel economy is good, seems to have lots of towing power. Completely digital dash, and you can customize it a little bit in the settings. Very simple layout. Tachometer on the right, speedometer on the left. The big screen here is a really nice layout. I do like that. This new generation of connected services from Toyota Canada has been very well received by the consumer, and you know, great quality audio, good layout, good interface either with Apple or Android users. Everybody's really pretty happy with the way this works. This particular trim level of truck does have dual climate control available, heated seats, all the usual configurations. Lots of interesting stuff here on the transmission. Tow mode, haul mode, 4-wheel high, 2-wheel high, and obviously 2 low. And all of our trucks now come with an automatic parking brake, which is a nice feature. But because of some of the safety features, they've had to add a couple of other features here. Is that A, you need to tell the truck when you're about to back into a trailer, because otherwise it detects you're about to have a rear collision. So you use the button here to let the truck know that it is you're intentionally approaching something so that it doesn't put the brakes on for a safety feature. Most of our truck drivers do use them for some sort of functionality. So if you are towing a trailer. Toyota has added this awesome feature combined with the cameras that are all the way around the vehicle. And when I press this, I'm just going to do a little visual. And you'll see that I literally put a chair beside the truck. In this animation mode, it looks a little goofy, but it clearly shows you that there is something on the driver's side of the vehicle so that you can have a good once around to know that you're going to back into or drive over anything. So there's the top-down view. There's literally a chair beside the truck that I put there just so that it would have some indication of what we're looking at. And even though it looks like an AI generated picture, well, it is of the truck, but the floor tiles and everything you're seeing around the vehicle are from those camera views. So really good functionality for you figuring out where things are in space around you before you start moving around on a campsite or around your garage, hooking up a trailer, make sure the kids' bikes aren't under your truck or anything else that could get in your way and ruin your outing with your truck. So really nice feature on this TRD Sport is that it does have that surround view camera. It's an awesome feature that they've added for 2024 and 25 moving forward. So neat feature there. Okay, so here we are at the rear of the TRD Sport Tacoma. So I'm just going to hop in here as a passenger. Step one, nice, big, robust handle here to help you get in. If you do not have running boards on the truck, this would be a great feature for the kids or anyone with any stability issues just to help you get in. So I slide in here. Again, I have the seat very, very liberally set for myself. It's a little further back than I actually needed it to be. Again, I'm at 5'10", so I'm sitting in this rear seat. I've got to say, really impressed, really comfortable. It's quite an upright seating position, but I can adjust that here on the side. This is just the way it came from the factory preset. As I'm sitting here, good, comfortable seating position, lots of headroom, surprising amount of headroom. And what I see here for functionality, there is a conventional 110 volt plug. Again, charge your computer. I don't think you want to run a hot plate back here, but obviously there's lots of options. You need 110 volts. You've got 2 charge ports there for USB-C, well configured. As far as layout, I don't see my conventional cup holders that I expected to see here. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. I don't think there are any cup holders here. So there's my expectations all shot to pieces. There are 3 water bottle holders in the door to my side. There's 2 cup holders here that I'm going to assume that you as the rear passengers can use here, especially if you've got a third person sitting here. And I see equal numbers of cup holders or water bottle holders in the driver's, in the passenger side. So I will say, great layout. This seat is surprisingly comfortable. Obviously there's no armrest here because I can't find one, or if there is one, you can tell me in the comments and I'll just be really embarrassed about how I showed you a vehicle that I didn't know anything about, but hey, that's par for the course. There is a storage pocket on the rear of the passenger side, but there's not on the driver's side. So overall layout here is really very good. I am noticing visually there's quite a hump here in the ceiling that would accommodate the sunroof for this trim level of truck. So in the SR5, you're getting a little bit more headroom and visually a little less invasion here. But again, even with the sunroof, certainly not feeling pinched for space whatsoever. So let's go have a look under the hood, see what we can find up there that is of any interest to you. So here we are at the front of this 2025 Tacoma. Oh, there it is. I found it fairly easily that time. So swipe from right to left. You do find the release. It's on the bottom side. Slide it across. This particular vehicle has been undercoated, so it's a bit gooey under here, but if you're planning on keeping your Tacoma as long as it'll last, it being gooey is to your advantage. So the things that the average consumer can see under the hood of the 2025 Tacoma: washer fluid, pretty well marked, easy to find; expansion tank for your coolant, which you probably will not have to interface with; air cleaner, the usual suspects. There is the oil dipstick there for you to check. This is a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. And again, for the majority of us consumers, aside from putting washer fluid in and checking the oil, there's really not a lot to see up here that you can tell. I can tell what a whole bunch of this stuff is. There is your battery position, so that it is a good, easily accessible spot for someone to come in if you do need to boost the battery, because it's not a matter of if the battery dies, it's when the battery dies, and it could be 10 years in, but when you need to, well-located battery, easy to change. That may be something that the backyard mechanic can do, but for most of your service needs, a Toyota store or another certified shop is probably your best bet. Today we're going to talk about the 2025 Toyota Tundra TRD Rally Edition. Okay, so here we are at the front of the 2025 TRD Rally Edition. Visually, you get all kinds of neat cues on this truck that we don't normally see on a lot of our trims of this vehicle. This is new for 2025, and they've really changed things up visually. Mechanically, it's very similar to what most people are used to in our standard Tundra, but this one is dressed up a little. So the first thing I see is a matte black grille, all plastic, really low sheen, really utilitarian. And of course, you've got your heritage badging, which is new for this year, and it's only on this actually trim of truck in the TRD Rally Edition. So again, it echoes back to the 80s when the Toyota truck first came to North America. Visually, again, not a lot to see here aside from it's a little, I won't call it underwhelming, it's meant to be a little under the radar. So you see your fog lights, and you still have the sensors for the frontal collision avoidance and the front park assist. So let's go down the passenger side and see what visually we see about this package on the truck. So here we are on the passenger side. The first thing that catches my attention is the conventional badging on our Tundras is missing. That is intentional. They didn't forget this at the factory, so no badging on the front fender. And you have this really nice high gloss 18-inch wheel. This one actually is paired with an LTX Michelin, nice tire package, and the heritage badging on the center of the wheel, really dynamic, catches your eye, really is quite a statement about this truck. So we come back, we have a color match top of the mirror, you've got a high gloss black on the bottom of the mirror, and again, the translucent turn signal is visible here. Again, no badging on the door as we're used to. The heritage badging has replaced everything. It gives you a nice accent piece on this gray truck. Really nice feature. I like that combination. And again, a matte door handle both on both doors on this side. Again, very minimal. So as we work our way back towards the rear of the truck, again, the matte black wheel arch is a nice feature. It ties back in with the door handles, and again, the heritage wheels emblem in the center. So coming back again, no badging left on this truck. It is a nice, clean, modern look. Yeah, I really quite like it. It's this one should be a winner for this year. So let's have a look at the back and see if any of the functionality, anything has changed back here. So here again on the rear of the 2025 TRD Rally Edition, really minimal. Badging's gone. Obviously the punch out on the tailgate is still there, still visible. Doesn't draw a lot of attention to itself, which draws the eye obviously back to this. That's the real accent piece. Functionality is you still have your electronic release on your tailgate, the rear facing camera here that we both see, and obviously the rear sonar for parking. Now, neat features is this vehicle is equipped for towing, and it has the 10-pin and the 5-pin built in and the hitch. So on the dash of this vehicle, you can actually turn off these sonar so that they actually let you back up to your trailer. Or otherwise, if you leave them turned on, it will warn you and it'll try and stop you from colliding with something. That something would be intentional as your trailer. So really visually, the back of this truck is really nice and pared down, and the nice little accent piece here. So again, let's wrap around the truck and see if we see anything else of any interest. Okay, so here we are at the driver's side of the 2025 Toyota Tundra TRD Rally package. And visually, the first thing I see is a whole bunch of neat stuff in this truck that you normally do not get on a lower spec truck. So the first thing I see is a TRD steering wheel, which is a nice feature. Visually, you get a leather seat, which normally you have to go way up in the food chain to get. And not only is this a standard leather seat, this particular one has the heritage piping built into the seat. So we have both orange, yellow, and red stitching throughout the seating of the truck. Really nice add feature. Right out to the doors and on the headrest. So again, visually really dramatic. I like it. So feature-wise, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing the automatic headlights, which is pretty standard fare. I'm seeing the auto on-off for the start-stop feature as far as the gas engine on the vehicle. We have the daytime running lights on and off, trip odometer, and frontal collision avoidance. All the features are right there, pardon me, all those switches are right there. Power driver seat, which again, you do not normally get on an entry-level truck. So on the steering wheel, again, here's your normal features that you see on these Tundras. Audio controls, lane departure assist, radar cruise control, your cruise control, all of those standard features here. And when I look at this, so we get the push button start with the TRD start package that again, you don't normally get on an entry-level truck. Again, so that's a nice add. You also get the trailer brake control is built in for this vehicle, and the brake hold that I can see down here by the shifter. So the normal functionality we have here, great big armrest, lots of space. You get 2 very generous cup holders here, 2 more on the back. Lots of layered storage here in the armrest, which is a nice feature. And Toyota's newest generation of audio controls. So again, Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay built in, and Toyota's normal host of inherent navigation and those kinds of things are built into this vehicle as well. So great layout. Again, odd combination that we're not used to seeing in this truck is that normally to get leather and this functionality, I would get a sunroof, but again, no sunroof in this package. So not a big deal with your truck, but again, the added features you get with the TRD and the TRD, the TRD shifter and a bunch of these other things is it's a nice combination of visual cues and functionality. So let's set the seat here for the driver. It's actually not too bad. I'm going to go in the back and see how the layout is and the spacing is for rear passengers in this truck. Okay, so here we are at the rear door. So obviously with the height of this truck, no running boards on it yet. I do like the practicality of this door handle. I don't have any mobility issues whatsoever, but being able to put a hand up here to help get up in this because the sill is above my knee height. So let's pull up in here. Again, leather seating, really nice configuration. Big, generous cup holders, water bottle holders in the passenger door. You've got a speaker here, storage pocket in the front. Again, you've got multi-layered storage here for your rear passengers. Again, cup holders, more non-slip surfaces, which is nice. And there's a tray in here that which you can pull out and clean, which is a nice feature. And USB-C and USB, I don't know what you'd call it, basic old school USB there, I guess is what I'd call it, and they're both charging ports. They're both higher voltage so you can charge a device. So again, tons of room. I can't imagine how tall you would have to be not to fit in this leg-wise. Again, if you had somebody well over 6 feet there, and I'm guessing you would have giants who could travel in this truck quite comfortably. So armrest, let's see what we've got here. Okay. Again, a little smaller armrest than there would be in some of our other vehicles proportionately, but again, good size. Cup holders are there. Very comfortable, I would think, for 3 passengers here quite easily for extended periods of time would be very comfortable. Defrost in the rear window is a nice feature that I see. Good lighting here, LED lighting, which is nice and bright. The reason it's not coming on is this truck hasn't even been PDI'd yet, so a bunch of the functionality is not actually working. So that, based on my experience with the other trucks, good lighting in here if you're actually doing any work or you're using a laptop here or something, very good functionality. Okay, so we're going to pop the hood as we always do in these videos, show you what's under the hood of this 2025 Tundra. So again, I go fishing for the latch from right to left. That's pretty easy. So that's a nice feature. Hydraulic open on the hood of this vehicle is a nice feature. So this again is our conventional 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. No change here. There are a couple of different configurations to this truck. Obviously there's the hybrid drivetrain, there's the basic drivetrain we're looking at, and there's also a D-Spec SR trim that actually has a little less horsepower, a little less towing capacity that's available for what conventionally we would say is more of a work truck. This is meant to be more of a work and play kind of configuration. So for the average consumer, the things you're going to see, coolant expansion tank that you're probably not going to interact with aside from a visual check periodically to make sure everything's kosher under there, your washer fluid, and the oil dipstick right here for you as a consumer to check your oil. Aside from that, the whole host of sensors in the dash, pardon me, this is not the dash, this is the grille. So the matte grille, there's sensors back here, both for frontal collision avoidance as well as your radar cruise control, all built in here. Again, for me, I really have no more knowledge of what's under there than you do, probably less in some cases. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments and we'll get back to you and answer any questions that I am clearly not qualified to answer. Hi, I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota, and today we're going to do a quick tour of the 2024 Toyota Tundra Capstone Edition. So So here we are at the front of the 2024 Toyota Capstone Tundra. As you can see, lots of chrome on this package. This is our signature truck. This is the big boy. Obviously, we get our Toyota insignia that has the blue, which indicates this is a hybrid truck. Now, this is not a Prius. It's not going to sip fuel, but it does give you ridiculous towing capacity without you needing to go to something like a diesel powertrain. So way more cost effective than a diesel, gives you ridiculous power and torque for towing, and is a good work truck. It's a good looking truck too. So obviously big open grille, big nose on the truck, nice big LED projector headlight. You have the sonar on both sides of the bumper for clearance, both down low and on the outside edges for parking. Really nice feature, especially with something this big. You can't really see where the nose is, but the computer will keep you in line. So let's work our way down the passenger side and see what we see. The obvious thing, 22-inch alloy wheel, obviously, really pretty wheel. Doesn't look like you're going to take it off-road. You probably wouldn't want to with this trim level, but again, it's more than capable. But again, it's meant to be more of a road warrior than an off-road warrior in this case. The I-Force Max Signia hair up on the hood. No hood scoop on the truck, but it is a very masculine look here with the trim that comes up. Find our way back. Obviously, we get an automatic collapsing mirror, which is a very large mirror with a turn indicator built in by default. Capstone right in the body molding on the side to just obviously point at the fact what the trim is. Chrome door handles. Again, this is the signature truck for us, so this does have way more chrome than the normal Toyota does, but again, for the customer who's looking for that prestige vehicle and you're using it as a work truck, you're hauling your horse trailer, you're using it as a glorified, really an office, it's a pretty dressed up office on wheels. So down the side, chrome, body side molding goes all the way down, matched rear wheel, really good looking truck. I like the body lines. It's not for everybody with this amount of chrome, but again, if this is your office and you live in this thing and you're carrying your clientele around either as a contractor or as, you're using it as a farm vehicle, that's up to you. And take some pride in your truck. A lot of our customers live in their vehicles, and if you like this configuration, good for you. Good looking, sharp truck. So let's go around to the back side and have a look at this tonneau cover. So here we are at the back of that Tundra. The obvious things that I see, rear backup sonar, 4 indicators there on the bumper, both on the outer edges and in the center for clearance. You do have by default built-in trailer hitch. It comes built in, and you have dual options here for trailer brake. So you've got the 10-pin and the 4-pin. So no matter what the configuration you've got for your trailer, it is pre-wired and ready to go for lights and for brakes if your trailer has brakes. The chrome insert on the tailgate, nice touch. The matching door handle here. So what I really like about this for this year is it's an electronic tailgate, and if I can get it to open, there we go. It is a soft open feature, so it comes down slowly. As you can see into the box under this tonneau cover, it has bed lighting built in, LED bed lighting. Even without the tonneau cover, obviously in dark conditions, it's nice to have some light in the box of your truck. So it's also an assist up. Is that this is a semi-power lift gate, is that instead of you lifting hard on that, I'm able to pick this up. So it has a textured top, both on the wings and the center of the bumper of this vehicle. Again, better traction in less than ideal conditions so that you're not falling off. And if you'll just bear with me a second, I'm going to show you a neat feature over here. This lovely feature right here that has been missing for years is it has a power step on the rear of the truck that allows you to get up a little higher, especially if the tailgate's already open, is that you can step up on this, make your way up onto the tailgate, a nice safety feature, and just easier access for the truck, because as the trucks get newer, they also get a little higher. And I'm getting older and higher is harder. So it's a nice combination. And with that power step, you also get the power running board comes on the Capstone as well. So those two features come on this trim by default. Really nice feature. And one of the neat things about this tailgate as well, it has a power release here on the outside of the tail light. So that's a nice feature here, is you can release it and open it from the side. You do not need to be standing there. And if you've got a trailer hooked on, it's nice to open it here rather than step over the tailgate and have to pop in. So we'll put that closed again. And we're going to come around and have a quick once around on the cab of the truck. A lot of features here, a lot of bells and whistles. I'm gonna get a lot of things wrong and you can play along. I'm at the driver's side of the 2024 Toyota Tundra. A ton of interesting things here to go over. Actually, wood panel on the door side, which is unusual. That's something you don't usually see until a luxury brand to see actually wood paneling in some of these vehicles. It has programmable seat and steering wheel position for 2 drivers already built in. Obviously, you have a power seat with an extension on the seat for up and down. It's got lumbar support and it is a heated and cooled seat, which is a lovely feature. There's about 1,000 buttons over here and I'm gonna go through them from left to right. So you can turn the rear cab light on and off here, automatic headlight switch, open your fuel tank because this is a hybrid vehicle and all of Toyota's hybrids come with pressurized fuel systems and they have locked gas doors because of that. Dimming gauge lights, trip odometer setting, frontal collision avoidance warning on here, your heated steering wheel. You can turn on and off 120 volt AC accessory plug in the back. You can turn on the puddle lights on the mirrors and you can also toggle on the out and in on these mirrors. You can actually extend them a little bit and bring them back in. So I'm gonna hop up in the driver's position and see what I see from the driver's seat here. I'm in the driver's seat of the 24 Capstone. Lovely seat, firm, great support, lots of adjustments. I personally drive a 2004 Tacoma. This seat is worth more than my truck is, so it feels like that. It's a really nice, good supporting seat, and if you were going to spend your workday here, I can see this would be very good with all the adjustments for any back issue or anything and just overall comfort. So obviously we still have a wooden inlay here, lots of stuff in the steering wheel. So we've got frontal collision avoidance, all of your audio controls, the usual things, your wipers, your headlights adjustments. So this particular vehicle, this trim level of truck, and a lot of our newer vehicles come with Toyota's connected services. With the Capstone, the voice commands on this vehicle are exceptional. You can ask it to do a million things and it will do most of them. So you can ask it to turn your heated steering wheel, turn your heated seat, turn your cooled seat, change radio stations, change your navigation settings, open and close the sunroof. It takes a little bit of a trial and error both with your voice and the technology to make sure it's worked with you, but the sales staff, when they help you, when you buy your truck, they'll help get it all configured tight to your phone, give you a quick training seminar on how to use all this technology. In a lot of cases, we do 2 deliveries on these trucks because the first time your eyes will glaze over when you've picked up your new vehicle. We'll get you to come back in after a few days and ask some informed questions once you've had some time with it because there is so much stuff here. Overall, there's wireless charging, which is a necessity with our connected devices with us at all times. This interior color, a lot of people are a little scared of, the light color. We've had customers driving these both in 22 and 2024 with this light interior. I don't know how they've been able to do it, but the ability for this leather to not stain with day-to-day use and keep clean is exceptional. We've been very happy with the response from customers saying they've been very happy with this light color because initially they were terrified, and we weren't far off because you put a light interior in a work truck and it could be a nightmare, but so far so good. So tons of technology in the truck. Different drive modes, trailer settings built right in, auto adjusting headlights so that as your rear end of your truck goes down, we lower your headlights down so that you're not bothering people that are coming towards you, as well as giving you the best lighting available as a driver. Obviously, sitting here, we've got this massive moonroof in this truck, which is lovely. That is one of the larger roofs we have in any of our platforms. Toyota's connected service and emergency contact here on the roof. The usual stuff like the sunglass holder that's been in everything since 1926. This truck actually comes with a heads-up display as well. So your speedometer and your directional map comes up projected onto the windshield from the dash. Fantastic outlay for both the driver and the passenger. So let's have a look in the back, see what the space looks like, and just overall what the feel is for the rear passengers. Okay, so here we are at the rear of the 2024 Capstone Tundra. So I'm going to hop up in here. So again, that power running board is out. That was very helpful to get in because the truck is quite high off the ground. Again, 5'10", long torso. I am just clear of the roof. Because of the sunroof in this, the headliner is a little bit lower. So very comfortable, good upright seating position. I know there's some adjustability here that I can change the arch to the back a little bit. What do I see? I see vents, obviously for heat and for cooling for the rear passengers. We have our own cooled seats and heated seats, which is lovely. You've got USB-C and conventional USB charging down here between the two rear passengers in the center console. And we also have an optional 120 volt 400 watt adapter right there for conventional to plug in your laptop or whatever you might like to either charge another device or run a device in the truck. Lots of good comfortable space, good cup holders there, nice generous cup holders, water bottle holder here on the passenger door, and there is a blind here as well. So if you get kids with you, or you just want a little lower lighting in here for your rear passengers, that can be put in place to use as a side shade. So overall, really happy with the outlay in here. It's really bright, feels very roomy because of the interior color really does make the cabin feel quite large. So yeah, very comfortable. This would be a great spot to ride for hours on end, especially with the cooled seats. So yeah, pretty happy with configuration. What do we got here? So we've got a couple of interior dome lights that are LED for your rear passengers. Aside from that, I'm just going to ramble on. So let's call it a day. Look under the hood. I'll pretend to know what's under there, and we'll go on to the next one. So here we are at the front of the 2024 Tundra Capstone. I'm going to go fishing for the release and hope I can find it. That's what I like. So on this particular unit, as the Capstone, comes with a hydraulic lift built into the hood, which is a nice feature. You don't need a prop rod. Tons of space here under the hood for obviously a very large radiator. This is the same or similar drivetrain to our non-hybrid trucks. It is our twin turbocharged V6 3.5 liter that is in our standard configuration Tundra, as well as the Tundra Hybrid. So with this configuration of the hybrid drivetrain, you've got about 437 combined horsepower between the electric and the gas engine, and well over 500 foot-pounds of torque. So this machine is built to tow. So if you drive it really cautiously and the battery's happy, you can drive this vehicle for very short periods of time on full electric at low speeds on flat ground, and it will use no fuel for short periods of time, but that is not the intention of this truck. The intention of this truck is it is meant to be a work truck with tons of power and tons of torque that gives you the drivability and the work capacity of what conventionally we got with a diesel or with really big gas displacement. So it gives you better cost of ownership, and it gives you better fuel economy, and it gives you good reliability. So it's a great combination for us here at Toyota to take our hybrid technology that we've been doing forever, and we put it in our work truck. So availability of these trucks is coming online now. We're late in 2024. The 2025s are coming down the pipe, and we're very happy to have lots of these available now. So just about anything anyone wants, we can get in a reasonable amount of time, your color, your trim, the whole 9 yards. So this is the Capstone Edition. It's the big boy of the whole of the brand of our trucks. It's a beautiful truck, but if you need a little less truck, we can certainly get you either the hybrid or the non-hybrid. So I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe because I'm really insecure and I need some feedback. Thanks.